Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. Kokoro here, and today I finally managed to level up my characters. So now we are taking on Childe. Let's go. I'm coming for you, Childe. Oh, 1 second. My headphone wires and my keyboard wire got tangled up for a second. Alrighty, we're good to go. So let's get going. Alright, Childe. Oh, I just want to check that I've actually streamed. Okay, good. Childe, I am coming for you. Let's go. Alright, let's start.
Impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora.
Now, that is also the most important thing, Paimon.
Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
Touch a single Mora and we're done for.
Oh, so it's a trap. Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right?
Paimon, that's not the important thing right now.
Take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
We better check with the Exuvia first.
Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet.
Too quiet.
Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
They've been knocked unconscious.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is alright.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself.
Childe, you were husbando.
You're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Save just in time then.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location. Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
If I have anything to say about it.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I can never defeat you. You're completely delusional.
Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Oh, I see.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Blaze over!
Oh, there he is.
We're way behind schedule.
Cowering already?
No ingredients for me today.
It's okay. I made plenty of hash browns before I got here.
Nice and spicy. Why do they never miss?
Passable effort.
Oh.
Poor timing.
I can
You're
fix
wide
this.
open.
At the frying pan, into the fire.
So now they're-
Let's light it up. Stand clear.
Celestial
Whoa,
Voyager.
poison! Why? Yeah, water. Well.
Passable effort.
Animal test 6308.
Betty, shoo, get this.
Save on
Okay, that's okay. I also made plenty of golden shrimp balls, so we're good. They're good. Oh, wait, no. Betty, back to Betty. Back to
Adventure time.
it.
Betty.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Sucrose.
Cowering already?
Shuttling. Oh, no.
Burn.
I gotta wait a bit.
You've made some progress.
Uh,
Not bad. You've got a trigger.
got it.
Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you.
1 second.
That
Gotta wait, okay.
this means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Wow. Oh god. Yeah, oh god. Oh dear. Well, my DPS is around. I gotta wait 68 seconds.
Off we go. Absorption
Something
test.
else catch your
My
eye?
glasses.
My turn. Raging tide.
No. Eat a hash. Eat a hash. Round. Eat a hash. Round. Actually, eat this. Oh. I keep on forgetting to have my string eating food. There. And. There. That will help. Ah! Betty! Eat another hash. Up. Push it down.
Benny's
That's super
adventure
good.
team. I have failed.
Circle to get out of there. Oh, fudge. Eat a hash brown.
Yeah.
Ah! Yes! Still 3 seconds. Ah! Fudge.
Animal test 6308.
Now. 40. 15 seconds! Oh god! Ah! No! Ah, dang it! Ugh! Darn you, Childe! Boo you! Boo you! Boo! You the heck! Not fun. Okay. Sort of maybe of this become exploring team. Oh wait, see that. And I'm gonna have to set to 7 to heal up. Coming up. See if we got anything to offer. And one. Just 2 more in this level. Right. Get back here. Assuming it has something to help with that. This wall is Archon, of course. Oh, what show is this in? No, pirate theory. Sweet. That will hopefully help. Let's do it again. Round 2. So, again. Let's go, guys.
It's a
Why do we have
trap.
to go for
But
this
even
pissing
if
every
we
time?
can't, or better yet, take a nap on top of him. Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh?
They really need to add.
What happened here? Uh-oh.
They really need to add a button to
We have to
skip
make-
cutscenes in this game.
You've already fulfilled your task.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the
I
Tsaritsa
am
herself.
trying to skip.
But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my... Although I'm... Don't you think that trying to stopping...
So you've been planning to take the...
As one of the... She will get that which she desires. I'm not at the time for discussion and either way. We know the battle.
battle? So you...
Instead of confronting you direct when she faces a worth, but as for me,
We won't let what happened him.
oh, so you. Besides, you could never defeat. Fighting talk, I love.
Alright, let's try this again. Take two. Strength up. Shield up. Drink all these potions. Okay, we go.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
No touching.
Fine opportunity. Passable left.
Race you.
Poor timing.
Nice and spicy.
Poor timing. A fine opportunity. Poor timing. How unbecoming.
Okay. Hold up, here it is again. Strangling, eat that so we can feel better.
You've made some progress.
Access denied.
Take it more seriously.
Alright, face on stuff.
Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough.
But
Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Noel.
Steady as stone. Everybody stand back.
Coming.
No ingredients for me today.
Right.
It really hurt.
Raging tide.
I missed a spot. It was my honor to serve you. Why do they
Something
never
else catch
miss?
your eye?
Oh, come on.
Couldn't break the curse.
Everybody else is dead. One, two, 3, 4, 5, ready.
At the frying pan, into the fire.
Oh, come on. Second phase over. Over phase. Did it skip the cutscene? Oh no, okay, go. Wait.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Yeah. Go. So why can't you use two elements at the same time in like a game itself? That'd be fun.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exodia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
Oh no, not good.
Well then, I'll be taking Morax's gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Oh no, it's the version of Childe everybody sims for. Oh, there goes the floor. Let's see. Okay, can you back up? Come on.
You got to the gnosis ahead of me, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the golden house to me on purpose? No matter.
No. You got this all run, buddy.
Hand the gnosis over now.
I don't have it.
Make me take it from you.
I don't have it.
We didn't take it.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, run. Oh, my food's down. I would have paid double those elections radio. Whoa! He's right in front of me.
Let's adventure time.
At the frying pan, into the fire.
Come on. Oh, where'd he go? Ah, there he goes. There he goes.
Born of ice and frost.
Oh, oh, first red! Ow! Whoa! So glad I made so many of these.
Access denied.
Oh god. Ah! Ah!
Die here.
I will not die here. Oh, fuck! Ah!
Let's light it up.
Oh, I gotta use weed. 16 seconds.
Off we go.
Oh, no, switch back. Switch back. 7 seconds. 4, 5, 6, coming. Eat that shot. Let it go.
Going in.
Oh, there's right in front of me. Can you go?
No touching.
Ah! Something.
Nice and spicy.
Ah! I'm moving. Ah!
It really hurt.
Oh, what? Watch out! Well! Well! Wow!
Regenerate attacking.
Got you! Ah!
Focus. Born of ice and frost.
Oh, come on! Do this!
This is long overdue.
Oh, come on, he's getting down. Betty!
Done.
Betty! Do it my way, Betty! Betty! Yeah! Betty did it! That's a very boy. Ah ha ha ha, we won.
Look, Childe's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis.
Yes,
You
thank
had
you.
no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I gradually restrained my former
You
power.
already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Weird friendship, but I'll take
Sure,
it.
that's not the normal way to make friends.
I should be in the
Unfortunately,
means, I'll take it.
I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Rex Lappert is still alive?
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least.
What the heck is
Seems
that
the
body over there?
guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
And what is that?
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
Can you see what's
What are
going
you
on?
planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
Oh dear.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Oh dear.
Those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
You're trying to duplicate them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle.
Ah, great.
Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Uh-oh. That's not good! We got a situation! We got a situation! We got a situation! There's a giant sea monster heading at you!
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Is that the game? Ah! Ah! This is not good. 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 Loading screen. Finish loading. We've got ourselves an emergency. It actually started picking up after I said that. Yes. Load. Load. We got an emergency. Come on. Go. Go. Go.
Paimon's exhausted.
Giant say what's
If
there?
we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go.
Like this, man.
Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
So.
Are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue?
Yeah, what are you gonna do about this?
Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
Well, then what are we gonna do?
But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yeah, let's take this thing down.
Yep.
Go, Dagon! Oh, I think that's all. Nice. Alright, go, go, go! Yeah! Take it down! Take it down! There's a Fatui here!
The Fatui! They're attacking the Genshin ballista!
Get back, you jerks!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
Let's
We
go!
Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
It isn't time for a break yet.
Ryan's gonna be my favorite today.
Looks like I went too far.
Yeah, get out!
Light it up!
Taking a swim.
Oh, I don't think that.
Into the fire!
Take that shield down! Betty, help take the shield down!
This should be fun.
Okay.
My work.
Oh, wait. Oh, she's done. There's more. Betty, light it up!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Go, Shelly! I don't think so. Oh, good.
That is Osial's divine power. I am
Whoa! Stand
careful
right.
not to get hit.
Got it! Whoa! Ow! I got hit! No!
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Quickly.
Come on!
The ancient god's attacking again!
Oh, we need Grace!
There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Will you have to say we can't hold them, children?
Madam Pig! Oh, 1 second, Madam Pig. Eat this goddamn will make you feel better. Oh, well.
I don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in giant cars! Wow! It's Madam Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Yeah! Don't mess with your grannies, kid.
Born of ice and frost.
Got it. I don't think so.
Access denied.
Shut up!
Looks like I went too far. My duty at an end.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
Oh, thank you!
Going too fast!
I know. Wait! Ah!
I'll catch up.
Ah! Oh, God. Ah! 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 Can you please stop throwing water balls at us? I am not in the mood for a water balloon fight.
You are strong in
body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Don't worry, I'm the main character. I can handle this.
Use them in battle.
Oh no, you don't.
Let me amuse myself.
Got you.
Blaze over.
Ah. Childe. Oh, I don't think so.
Disgusting.
Is there anybody lost it?
As a duly made woman,
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
Well, that is not
In other
good.
words, if
Ready?
we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
race you! I'm
Go.
the right hand into the fire.
Go.
All hail.
I guess this is it.
I don't think so.
Leave it up to me.
Put your back into it.
Ready?
Going in.
Got you.
No touching. My contract goes.
Got you.
Fulfill.
Eat some golden shrimples again. You'll be okay. Alright, revive. Heal up. Oh,
I'm a
good.
little low on energy.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Yeah, come on.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The more, the merrier.
Which one is low? Did it work?
The interlopers are no more.
Thank goodness.
We may commit ourselves fully.
Yeah, let's go. Oh.
It's working.
Come
We just
on.
need to keep this up.
Wow, what's going on? Ah! Everybody go, run! Oh, the floor's breaking! Wow! Oh, look, it's a moment that made everybody start shipping Xiao, and I mean, honestly, I ship it too. Thanks, Xiao.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What is it?
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand.
Alright,
Farewell, old friend.
Thank you, Ningguang.
Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Go! Come on! Yeah! Oh, that was epic. Did we do it? Is it over? We did it. We did it, did it, did it. We did it. We did it. Now see, monster will be destroying Liyue today. No, it won't, no, it won't. Yeah. Take that child. It's over,
The
Simon.
ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the sigil of permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer.
Thank you, anything.
I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side. We're all in this together.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
And there is discord between the Guardians and those they are meant to defend. Harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
This is what we learned in the City of Freedom.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
Listen to the granny. Always listen to your granny.
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there.
Oh,
When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
yeah, that's what you say, but you
Because
went.
we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
You listen to what the people have said.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Bye, guys. Thanks for helping us defeat the sea monster.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
I thought they were quite reasonable in the end.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? wedding that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's going. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Zhongli, where are you? Am I gonna teleport there? Yeah, teleporting will save me some time. Yes, it is. Ready to fight Zhongli.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Alright, let's go. You jerks nearly got the entire city destroyed by a sea monster. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Put in my letter.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Senora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still have time to take it back.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Alright, you Paimon.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
You jerk.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
You are a husband
now
child.
don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
Jerk.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Zhongli tricked you?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Dun dun dun! Agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed.
Oh, don't be saying stuff like thou.
For
It's
my
extra fancy
promise
now.
is solid as stone.
Boom, boom, boom.
How sanctimonious.
So Jean is actually Rex Lapis? Plot twist.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
Yeah, we'll worry about the twist
I
later.
do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
And why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Also, you made me spend hours working on a funeral for yourself! You jerk! You owe me! You take me out to a nicer dinner after this! You jerk! And remember to bring your wallet!
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see. Am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Please do. I am lost.
As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
He is old and tired.
As I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So you did this on purpose? What if it had gone horribly wrong, Zhongli? Please tell me you had another plan in case this all went south.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Childe. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler.
You're welcome.
All of these things turned out as I had planned. There was only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
Shut up, child. You tried to drown in a city with a sea monster. You deserve this!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You really embarrass yourself this time, child.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
What is all the cryo I could offer you?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Boo! Ay. What is this? Hey, I can read that. Curse this quick.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Yeah, oh yeah, after all the work I put into planning this thing, I'm seeing it through. Have to do all that work for funeral for an Archon that isn't even judged. run. I guess.
Liyue cuisine will surely prevail at this year's Master of Chefs.
You guys are jerks!
We're way behind schedule.
Alright, I'm here.
Healthy.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked black-hearted scoundrel.
Oh, if only they knew the truth.
Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Childe.
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
There's a Millilith that happens.
Hear ye all!
Hear
The
ye,
Chi
hear
sings
ye.
words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed.
What are they gonna say?
Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi-Sing's announcement said.
They say the Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chi-Sing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
Well, it's possible.
Exactly, right? Ooh, Seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Yeah, I put in so much work planning the thing. I want to at least see it. Can't use Liyue, but also here.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
If you look at us.
Traveler.
Hello.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
It's fine, I don't want anything.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Hey, she spoke. Yes, help me find my brother, please. He actually spoke. Why didn't he speak with? I'll talk to people till you got it right. Yeah.
Ah, Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
That's what I told you!
That's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Yeah, where's Zhongli? Zhongli, this is your own funeral. There you are. Ah! I always forget about that. Hey, Zhongli, how are you enjoying your own funeral?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Xinyu kiosk.
Yeah, after everything, I helped save your city from a giant sea monster attack. I deserve a meal.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Xinyu kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
Oh, come on! Why? You are named after it, Zhongli. Why don't you have more of it?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to.
Is that why you didn't have the money?
But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society.
Parasite to
live
society!
on other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that.
Yeah, it's fine, the Peturia jerks. I'm even more glad that we spent all their money and that Childe said we could keep the change. I'm never giving them back to you, Childe. You deserve it.
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey. Tiring, but fine.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
Yep.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Closed?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Shogun?
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
The Vision Hunt Decree?
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
Very harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, She must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Open.
All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know?
Nope, I have no needs for a lordom.
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Serendipity. Alrighty. Finally finished the Liyue Archon quest. Hallelujah. Oh yeah. Oh, I realized. Okay. Oh, no, doing that. Oh, we got a good. This is for the Archon quest. Dang, sleep. Alright. We still have some time. So, you know what? Let's go finally get our teapot.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Red and pink. I want a teapot.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, you have?
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, you're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
Alrighty then.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
Subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis. Part of our illumination, if you will.
Illumination?
I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
I can help you look for them.
That's right. Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Yep, versatile finder, running a nice finder.
Settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, if I might ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
That's a good...
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who's this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny.
Oh, Yanfei.
I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the
Wait,
honors.
Yanfei is a
This
detective?
child here is Yanfei. She's the
Yanfei.
one helping run some errands for me. Yanfei, I believe you've already heard of the Traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chising. What a shame.
A shame?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner.
Oh.
If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
Got it.
Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy.
Alright.
If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
Thank you.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom.
Aww.
They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently.
So Zhongli's the secret sucker for romance. I can totally see it.
Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go, but there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusell. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
I'll go with you.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
I don't want to get in legal jeopardy.
An Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Got it. Let's find this person. Let's see, what's the over here? I have so many world quests! Hello! Ah, there they are. Hello! Hello!
Hello, Mr. Krusell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned to a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhiqiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value.
That was
In
very
return,
clever, actually.
I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
That was the good that he's here.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Monsieur Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
Thank you. Sweet. Let's go find that hairpin. So many world quests. Here. This way.
We're way behind schedule.
Even higher? Yeah, the heck, this is over there. Ah, there she is. Now how do you get up there? Oh, this is only one hover. I have such confusing architecture. Okay, I think I don't get there. Go here. And then you should be able to here. Oh, there we go. Hello, miss. We would like to look at your hairpin.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them.
Oh dear.
I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, well, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because this is the part where we say we can help. We're used to this by now.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Monsieur Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Oh no, why do I have a feeling I know what's going on?
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Jichao somehow. True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Jichao looks like she's about to faint.
Don't faint, ma'am.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins we'd be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not. Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Yep.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
I am lost.
Seems right.
Please. Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
That's such a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Monsieur Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade.
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossel's.
I just want my little teapot so I can make a cute little home inside of it. Is that too much to ask? Hello, so we have a problem.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Oh no.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
Alright, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossel.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail. Next on the agenda...
There we go.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
Not Smaragdus jadeite, really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity.
I know it.
If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case,
Scammer.
we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
A very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
If I had one more for every time I heard the word contract, especially here in Liyue, I would have lots more.
Feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well.
Going on.
And I'll also need your signature on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Such an ordeal.
Alright, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
You need to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Childe, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Childe would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Right there. Hey, so, yeah, what's this something?
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh! It's you, Miss Yenfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnayan merchant named Crossel, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Alright, let's take a look at their debris.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Nephrite?
Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time.
That liar.
I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation.
Excuse me?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental side a shot.
Yep.
So, did you find anything?
There's not a trace of elemental energy.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jinchao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't Shinto tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Alright, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossel...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Yeah, so Shito.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossel did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossel brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yenfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossel won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry... nope. Aha! Got it! Singsi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Alrighty.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
That's impressive.
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
This is how adept they become so adept at everything? Hey, I get where their name came from now.
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
I just want a teapot to make a little home in. That's what I want. Why is it so hard for me? This is a little teapot. Just give me my little teapot, please.
Next on the agenda. We're waiting
Singsi,
on
help us
schedule.
out.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossel? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Singsi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Singsi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of legal consultancy.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Why do we need to talk to Dr. Baiju?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
all this just for my teapot. Oh, this teapot better be worth it.
Next on the agenda.
Oh, Dr. Baiju.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossel.
Alright, but first, can you buy stuff from here? Yeah, you can buy stuff. See, you can buy lotus seed and blood XP. You can buy horsetail, lotus head. You can buy all this stuff here. Nice. Alright, well, thank you, Dr. Baiju. Say hi to Chi-Chi for me. Alright, let's... I got higher reputation, but I'll look at that later. Alright. You Snezhnaya crook, you are going down. Is everybody from Snezhnaya mean jerk? I thought it was just up for Chewy. Let run on your head. Oh. Let run on your head.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossel, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Boom.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite.
Busted.
Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
Alright, that's good.
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Okay, bad move.
Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
Oh, pharmacy.
Oh, come on. I meant the backup copy of the document from the Ministry of Civil Affairs. The one we got from Sinxi of Mingsing Jewelry.
Sorry, I'm not a legal consultant.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus Jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
She told me she should have been a farmer.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Are you kidding me?
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors?
I wanted to
This shall serve as decisive proof of our case.
I wanted to give you this earlier.
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say?
Boom.
You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
Again, that's legal consultancy for you.
I admit it. I confess, the ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Chichao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So I think this should show an extra rental price.
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
Alright, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Russo looks like he could faint any second.
Oh dear.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yanfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Yay!
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yanfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
You're a lucky ducky.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Yeah, look at that. They worked out perfectly.
Let me think for a moment.
Oh, yeah, that worked out.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yes, so there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents.
Yeah.
Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an adeptus like you before.
an Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
I guess.
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I think there's more than just reasonable here, Paimon.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
Yes, I just want my teapot. Goodness gracious, how long did it take just to get a dang teapot? Hey. Let's head up there. Madam Pig! Okay. Madam Ping! Sorry it took a while, but we finally got what we needed.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
We were, thanks to Young Fei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you.
After the day, I definitely
I've been
know I
looking
might
into the
need
laws
it.
of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot. Hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
Bye, Yanfei.
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A truly unique Adeptus.
Ah, indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Ah, Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
Granny.
All right then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How's it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Madam Ping begins to construct the gift.
There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now.
Yay!
Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen.
But it's floating.
Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
I like the teapot. Booyakasha! Alright. Oh no. going. Alright, which one? Building a bow, Emerald Peak, or Cool Owl? I'll just start up with a Cool Owl. And here we go! Finally got my teapot! Yay!
This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house in the middle too.
Yeah.
Huh. But there's just a whole lot of nothing around it.
Get chiseling fire and you carve a whole house out of this room.
I can't do that. Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it. Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second. What is that?
Hello there.
Well, it seems that we have a visitor.
Hello.
It's a huge finch.
Excuse me, I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again? Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
Tubby, look the pot. Nice to meet you, Tubby.
So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me.
Got it.
Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
No more camping in the woods. Woohoo! And we won't have to pay for inns or hotels either.
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will.
You're a butler? Cool.
Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
Nice.
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
Got it.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
We can build our own nation. We're gonna build the 8th region.
I doubt
And I
it.
shall be an Archon of it.
The Golden-Eyed Adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past.
Oh, I can't build my own region.
That even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since.
How very strange.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm.
Alrighty.
If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
I'll do that, Tubby. After using 70% of teapot, I was going to... Yeah.
to de-stress.
Nice. Okay. Ah. Courtyard. I don't see anyone. Oh, we have. Okay. That's a little work area. Let's see, where should we put this? Oh, there's like for the camera. Okay. Oh. Yeah, you put the camera here. Good. Let's put this here. Let's see. I'll have this. How do you? So you were saying. Oh, Sim filling me is so happy. Where do we put this? Yeah, like it there. Yeah, that'll be here, that'll be here. Over here. There we go. Let's save the changes. Let's see. So with this, we can forge stuff right in here. I may change its placing, but for now, I'll leave that there. Yeah.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Oh. Yes, over here too. Let's see. Under the mansion? Yeah, this is it. This is so cool. Little bitty what called? Oh, imagine. That's the same music as found winery. No, I'm no wallabies water for fix it. Oh, there's such stuff. Oh, look at my room here. Oh, this is so cool. Oh. It's my own house and I won't use the stairs if I don't want to. See, they have a new place in here. Let's see, that's a decoration. Yeah, whatever this thing is. Oh god. So we use the control. We'll put that. Open the door right now. Wall decor. It's a painting you got from. No other place. I don't know. Hello. I'm gonna reset the camera angle. Hurry up. Here, camp spaces. Oh, there you go. Look at this all here. Yeah. Seen it. Okay, not that in. Look at the see the painting was. I'm a sucker for the why. That's good. There you go. We can get our painting there. Let's read. Let's see where we can put amber. I'll just for what it will. Let's have energy right there. You only have one companion, so I can't. Right, let's see about changes. I amber. Oh, yes, lovely. What is this? Oh, no, the wishing thing. Transformation, check. Frost on day. You can do a lot of things in here. Don't talk to Tubby. Here's a mansion. Yeah, we got some trees. Let's go for a tree like this. We'll put some trees. Still gonna use these trolls. Let's see, a tree there. And we can put another tree. There. That's over there. Okay, teddy bush. We can leave with our teddy bush. Here. That seems to be everything. Let's leave. Let's see if it changes. That's what they look like. I bamboo trees, so they don't really fit into the color, but they can stay in here for now. I'll get into more detailed later. And we got these.
Maybe you're not used to the place at the moment, but once you've materialized enough rooms and furniture through subspace creation, it will feel just like home.
Let's see, I trust me. We return here. Is it having fun? Sweet, and you probably doesn't do. And you get a coin. What's the furnishing we can get? We have a Taishan lantern, a fruit stand, flowering ring. convert wood into... Oh, that's awesome. Ah, so that's the wood. Let's see what I want to make. Everything's fine. This table. Oh, you need dye for this. And there we can get stuff. I gotta get my chest. I've got anything. A whole bunch of different trees, like a lot of trees. Oh, pretty. Oh, science. Things are never so panic. Yeah, furniture repairs. You need to make a feeling. Oh, chandelier. It's positive. Entire country, huh? This is so many things. All on the side. Very expensive. Archon here, but my seeds for flowers. Okay, maybe get some. Oh, great. Then you can just plant them in here.
If you ever have any questions about the realm within, you may ask me.
Alrighty. This is a lot of stuff.
Maybe you're...
Okay, so fetching. Favorite giant fabric rig. I am to make this table. I took 13 hours. Oh, but I got 10 of these, so 12. Let's see. Next, I'll make flowers. I'll learn all these. See, guys, the table. Make it. I need food dyes. And one. Keep having a few dyes. So go and food dyes. And with that, you can make this a little bit. I am not waiting for 15 hours. Right, come here.
If you ever have any questions...
Yeah, I know. Look at the beauty area down here.
I'll catch up.
Let's put the little umbrella down somewhere. Here is this way. It's just here for now. Oh, he's adorable. Alright, we get some rocks. These are for rocks. Oh, these are big rocks. I feel like I need to put something with that.
Maybe you're not.
What is flowing? Fluorite. Yeah, I'm waiting to leave. Anything else I want to do? Not now, anyway. Goodbye.
If you ever have it.
Let's head inside. This is so fun, having a little teapot to make things in. It's so cute. Alright. We got this too. Oh, this one. I think I'll go with this one. Over there. And we got some chairs. So let's wish it was like in The Sims where the chairs snap to the table, but also you can look at the bed. Oh, you can't get too close. These are not perfectly aligned at all, but it's there. Put the flower wreath or something like this. This camera on. How do you remove an eye from your face? Take that. And so we'll put this candle around this until this is I'll put some rest of the flower. There we go. Let's check out this look. These chairs are not really aligned, but that's fine. There you got it. Let's see, look at myself. Change. of these trust me too. Slowly but surely I go home so I can get it.
Maybe you're not. If you ever have any questions about the realm within, you may ask me.
Hey, Tui. Hi. Oh, here they are. Get out of here.
Maybe you're.
How's this like?
If you ever have any.
Let's head inside. Place their leg. How do we place it at the entrance? There we go. What if there's an entrance? Oh, he needs to make all of these. Goodness gracious. I have places to be in. Oh, I guess that's perfectly enough to see. Alright. I think I'm done for today. But before I do, let's first cease achievement. Get all this.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
And I was thinking, I haven't enough for a temple, so why'd I go for it? Wonderful and Benties, baby. Let's go. Yes. Alrighty, so the Forza. Forza sword, nice. Plenty of sword, not bad. Okay, the sword is good.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Base attack and entry recharge. Not bad. Whatever. I do have enough to buy some of this, so let's play what I use. I'll hold on to this for now. Alrighty, so this long live stream, over 3 hours with the speech system. This long live stream is coming to a close, and it will actually be my last live stream for a bit because my family is going on holiday.
Leave it to me.
So
All of it.
I'll let you guys know when I get back and when I'll start streaming again.
Exactly is
So
it?
thank you all for joining me.
I didn't quite catch your request.